Now I know why you're on EduVids today. You're probably wondering, what exactly is work? Well, why don't you join me and I'll show you what work is while we go into the magical world of physics. So, what exactly is work? Well, work is a force through a displacement, or a force through a displacement multiplied by the cosine of the angle at which the force is applied to the object in question. Now, by the work energy principle, work, net, is equivalent to the change in kinetic energy that an object has. Now I know that you're asking me right now for a detailed explanation of all of these formulas, and let me tell you, I'm going to give you one even if you aren't. Now, this formula means that your force has to be applied through a displacement in order to get work. If the displacement is 0, then there's no work. Now, in order for there to be work, there's got to be some displacement. And as you can see, there's no displacement. But now, this is work. Alright. Now, this formula is saying that the force applied on an object, multiplied by the displacement, multiplied by the cosine of the angle at which the force is applied to the object, is equivalent to the work done on the object. If I horizontally push this bucket with 50 newtons of force, then I'll have worked it 50 units. But if I push this bucket at an angle 45 degrees relative to the ground at a force of 50 newtons, then I'll have worked it 35-ish units. But what are these units, and how do we find them? Now, the units that we use for work are found like this. Our force is measured in newtons, and our distance is measured in meters. Now, if we put those newtons through meters, we get Newton meters, otherwise known as joules. This final formula is just a statement of the work energy principle, which states that the change in kinetic energy an object has is equivalent to the work done on the object. Now, to find the answer to this problem, we got to remember that work is equal to a change in energy, and so we take the final kinetic energy, subtract the initial kinetic energy, and that'll give us the amount of work. So once we plug those numbers in, we get 0 minus 1/2 times 4, so 2 times 6 squared, or 72. So then we get minus 72 joules, which is equal to the amount of work done on the box.